The New York Appellate Division tossed out New York Attorney General Letitia James' massive civil fraud penalty against President Trump, his sons, and the Trump Organization. The penalty hit $500 million with interest. The judges, though, slammed Letitia James for violating Trump's constitutional rights. This case now goes to New York's highest court. The panel upheld the findings that Trump and his company was still viable. But we're going to dig into it with why the entire case could get tossed out. Let's bring in former counsel of President Trump, Fox News contributor Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne holds a Juris Doctoral degree. Kellyanne, let's show what the judges were saying in this case. What is your reaction when you heard about it? Because this is one of the weaponization cases against Trump.
I felt relief and elation and justice, not just for President Trump, his sons, the Trump Organization, but really all of us. This was a runaway politicized judge who, if you go back and just listen to his comments from the bench, it was very obvious, Elizabeth, he was trying to be judge, jury, persecutor, prosecutor, and God. He made these ridiculous comments about, I've seen no remorse, therefore the penalty must be higher. He banned Eric and Don Jr., the Trump sons, from trying to do business in New York for 2 years, from the Trump Organization applying for bank loans and the rest of it. The appeals court did put those restrictions on hold, but just think about that. The 100% of the judgment was about $500 million, and of that, 2% were to be paid by Alvin Weisselberg, who did go to prison, and Don Jr. and Eric, the rest by Donald Trump. It's a huge vindication, but it should scare us all. This isn't ancient history. This happened last year.
Okay,
this happened
Kellyanne,
in February of 2024.
It did. I want to get your, the judges, though, appear to be setting the stage to get this case tossed out from the appellate decision in New York.
Yes.
Let's get your reaction to this. They cited Letitia James' abuses of power that, quote, the Attorney General repeatedly campaigned on using her office's powers to pursue Trump. Believing it would be politically popular, this was selective enforcement. She failed to prove her case. Her case has grave constitutional concerns. It was based on the vague testimony of a convicted perjurer, meaning Michael Cohen. This case is a new invention of Letitia James, her own devising specifically for the purpose of prosecuting Trump. They've never seen a case like this before, that her case was unprecedented, and she stretched the New York law. What do you say, Kellyanne?
I say it's going to be very difficult for the last court, the ultimate court in New York, to ignore what the appellate court has said. What are they going to say? None of that is true. We have Letitia James on tape. She promised to do this. She was tweeting ridiculous juvenile things like roses are red, violets are blue, no one's above the law, that includes you. Same applies for her now. I think by now she thought in 2025 Donald Trump would be broke behind bars. She'd be governor of New York. Yet he's the president of the United States. This appellate court has tossed out this. We have one more court to go for true justice. And I would call her irrelevant, but she's relevant in one way. It looks like she committed mortgage fraud. And she put her father as her husband. Bill Pulte over at FHFA has showed us the documents that prove her. Lisa Cook, one of the 7 governors on the Fed board, she's another one who's lied. Adam Schiff. Look, these are true violations of the law, Elizabeth, but it's also important because each one of them has gone against Donald Trump, and each one of them has said nobody is above the law. But this is such a remarkable day because the depth, I think the extent to which, and you pulled the best passages from the appellate court decision, the extent to which they shot down every claim in that court. Sometimes appellate divisions, they can put out a 1 or 2 page statement. They took the time and the care to go claim by claim, statement by statement, and really blow holes in them. And I think it's just a great day for justice. We have one more court to go. President Trump thanked his legal team who were against the odds, thanked his sons, thanked the Trump Organization, and really thanked everybody who stayed with him, not just politically, but legally. Elizabeth, 15 short months ago, he was sitting in a courtroom, another courtroom in another case, in the freezing cold. They thought they'd put him behind bars. The man's president of the United States. He's riding high, and today he's literally riding with the police and the National Guard in D.C. to see the fruits of him cleaning up this great city where I live.
Yeah, that could be happening this hour. Kellyanne, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It's always wonderful to see you again.